Hey, Joseph here. How are you? I'm at the All Wheels car show at the State Fair, and I wanted to introduce you to someone. Let me just switch this camera around. Okay, here we go. And who do we have with us today?
Hi there, I'm Sam Letty.
Hey, Sam. And it looks like your t-shirt says Romano Electric. What is Romano Electric?
So Romano Electric, this is our product right here. It is an all-electric cafe racer. It's got a 440-pound weight limit, storage capacity, 3-point security system, so it can be parked outside, and only weighs 194 pounds.
Okay, so what do you mean by the 3-point security system? What does that
Great
entail?
question. So first we have the motor lock, which, if someone were to start the bike without the key in the ignition, essentially the motor would turn off after about 30 seconds. And then we have the handlebar lock, which actually prevents the handlebar from being turned at all via the key. And then, of course, our motion-activated, sensor alarm that makes a really blaring sound if someone were to interact with the bike while it was locked.
So people will be drawn, attention will be drawn to them if they try to take it.
Exactly.
Okay, right on. And is it an e-bike? Is it a motorcycle? It looks kind of like a hybrid of both or something.
That's a great question. It's neither an e-bike nor a motorcycle. It doesn't really fall into either of the two classes. It's really in a class of its own. It's got the body style of a 1960s cafe racer and has a similar frame, so all of your universal motorcycle attachments will work for it, saddlebags and storage and things like that. But it performs similar to that of a high-powered e-bike. Topping out, depending on which jurisdiction you're in, you have to maintain our speed regulations. But it tops out around 40, 50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour, wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My e-bike goes a maximum of 19, and it's like a turtle.
They're retailing for $4,000 right now. Yep. This is our concept model. That's pre-orders are open right now. These are being manufactured, and we're really working hard so that we can start to produce these here in the U.S. So, yeah. Okay,
and how does it work? Street legal? I know. Does it depend on different jurisdictions? How does that work?
Great question. So it really does depend on jurisdiction. This is such new technology that they're actually still, litigating and doing votes, on what to do with these vehicles, and especially because this one doesn't quite fit in the motorcycle category, doesn't quite fit in the e-bike category. Depends. It depends on the jurisdiction. Where I'm at, it's really considered a Class 3 e-bike, so it doesn't require licensure registration. You could take it anywhere that you could take an e-bike. But we recommend that everybody kind of checks their local jurisdiction before riding it, making sure that it's all registered and everything like that, if it needs to be.
60 miles an hour. Everything good in there.
Yes, sir.
How long does it take to get up to 60 miles an hour?
Really, it depends on riding conditions, depends on the weight of the rider, it depends on how much charge you started with, and kind of what terrain you're going across. But it definitely handles very well. One of the big upgrades between this and an e-bike is that you actually have full road controls. So you have your blinkers, you have your brights, your brake lights, your headlight, as well in terms of features there underneath where we have the storage. That's where the battery is, as well as our tracker, which works with your Apple AirTag, or it also, alternatively can offer an Android alternative. The seat there for a double rider. Yeah.
And it has pedals too.
That's right. So those are the backup pedals.
What's that for? We got a pedal to get home?
Yes, sir.
If your battery dies?
If your battery dies, or it makes it real easy to just kind of flip it out. You got pedals for the front rider, and if you have a rider on the rear as well.
Oh, you can pedal
there.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there are 2 sets of pedals. I thought it was just pegs.
Yeah, there's pegs here, and then there's this manual pedal, so that if the bike dies or something like that, or you forget to get a full charge in there.
So you and your buddy can both be pedaling home.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's cool.
Your girlfriend ride on there with you?
Yes, sir. She enjoys it. That was the reason I couldn't get a bike. I was looking at an e-bike, but I ultimately wanted a second rider on there, and I had gotten into a bad motorcycle accident, and she told me it was either her or the bike, so I had to get rid of that motorcycle. And
you got rid of the motorcycle right there?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So, did you say these were on pre-order?
Yes. Yeah, they're open now, RomanoBikes.com, or you can follow our socials at Romano_Electric. And these are open. You can place a pre-order, and it'll be here in about a month, and they'll be delivered right to your home. Okay, and then so when it comes to my home, do I have to assemble it and put the wheels and the handlebars on? How does that work? Absolutely not. When it comes to your home, it is ready to ride. and you can pretty much, we'll hand over the keys and it'll be yours.
Right on. And now how does it work with the electricity part of it, with the power?
Yeah, so it'll plug into any normal, standard outlet, 72 volts.
How long does it last? Does the charge take?
So I usually charge it overnight, at least 4 or 5 hours. But the battery, on a full charge, you can get about, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of riding, depending on your conditions.
And I assume, let's take a look at the dashboard. I assume there's an indicator on how much power, how much time you have left, or power you have left in the batteries.
We have our battery here, our motor indicator showing that we're ready. This is the indicator for the brights, and then our turn signals, which is this control here. So you can see the lights actually on there.
Yep.
And those just flip right off.
So I think one of the benefits of this would be, as opposed to a regular e-bike, is because it just has more mass, is more visibility.
Right.
I ride a bicycle and I feel like people never see me. Doesn't matter how many lights I have on, doesn't matter how much sparkly Lycra clothing I have on, people still don't see me. But this looks like you can't miss it.
No, 100%. I mean, this takes up all the normal space that you would typically see for a motorcycle. In addition to the reflective gear, and of course you have the road indicators for your actual turn signals. But this has presence on a road as opposed to a bicycle.
Oh, absolutely.
It's I've ridden it on Broad Street in Philadelphia. I've also ridden it on the sidewalk. In a lot of jurisdictions, they're not yet fully street legal, so we have to recommend that everybody kind of follow their local jurisdiction. But you can really take this anywhere you can take a bike or an e-bike.
And you can take it off-road.
Yes, sir.
And what about storage?
So, great question. This is a storage capacity right here. This entire safe actually opens, and you get storage in there. The battery is mounted on that back wall with the tracking device to help you keep track of it. And I guess that would be the fourth point in our security system.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
It just looks cool.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. We wanted to keep alive the retro, vintage cafe racer look, performance, feel, and ride experience, while also kind of bridging the gap between that retro vibe and the new technology that's out there to fit the customers.
Okay, I think you've got a nice little niche here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And once again, from time of order to time of delivery is about how long?
About 45 days, we would say. If you place your pre-order today, it'll be at your residence within 45 days. So just in time for the August heat. We're really excited to get these in customers' hands. Okay,
so this comes from overseas.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Currently manufactured overseas.
Manufactured overseas. Yes. So when I get it, am I going to have to pay any duties or taxes on that?
No,
I don't.
Sir. Yep, that's covered in the price of the purchase. And as well as the fact, right now we're trying to build up to a point where we can manufacture these in-house. We have a partnership.
Domestically?
Yes, domestically. We have a partnership with Harrisburg University out in Harrisburg, PA. A great team of engineers, their advanced manufacturing department. Subcomponents Plus is another one of our great partners that are actually designing the manufacturing process to build these here. And we are really excited to, we really believe in the future of manufacturing and bringing jobs back to the U.S. in terms of manufacturing.
That sounds great. What about warranty?
That's a great question. So these come with a 1-year warranty on all your mechanical parts and any structural, integrity, sort of umbrella terms. But yeah.
And if I need parts, do I go to your website? If
Absolutely.
Whatever.
You can just give us a call, write us an email, and we'll be able to help you.
And same thing. Say I get it, and I have some type of problem. Say, for example, it won't go over 30 miles an hour, for example.
Right.
Is there someone there who could troubleshoot it for me to help me
Absolutely.
Move forward with it?
We'll send somebody to your house that can, help either troubleshoot the issue, replace a part if needed, or, if we need to get something shipped in, we'll make sure that that's taken care of.
Oh, that sounds great. And what was the price point on this again?
So these retail at $3,999, so just under $4,000, which, we feel like is right on for what it is.
There are many e-bikes that are more than that.
Absolutely.
Wow, it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much. Now, this as a concept model, one of the big differences is that the final product will have our nice logo right here. We really thought that our we believe our logo is our centerpiece, and we want to have it. We're having it professionally engineered just for this product, so we're really excited to be able to deliver that.
That's nice. I want one.
Yeah, right. Here are the brights. see our turn signals. So you have presence on the road. You can communicate to cars and you can communicate to other riders, you know.
And you're visible. People can see you and not
Exactly.
just run you over like they normally would a bicycle in the bicycle lane.
That's exactly right.
That looks great. Look at this. So once again, it's Romano Electric.
Yep.
And Sam, the website again was
RomanoBikes.com.
RomanoBikes.com. You can also follow them on socials.
Yep. Romano_electric on all social media.
Right on. Sam, thanks for spending time with us today.
Absolutely.
And we wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Appreciate the time.
All right.